Are you sick of waiting for your manifestation? Worried that your impatience will block your desire? Well, good news! You don't need to be patient anymore. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to stop waiting for your manifestations and get what you want faster. Welcome to Manifest Best. I'm a mindset coach and I teach people how to manifest happiness. Remember, when you master your mind, you can master your reality. So I'm going to start with some basics for anyone who might be new to manifestation. One of the fundamental rules of manifestation is that like attracts like. That means you're most likely to get more of what you're already experiencing, which is why it's so important to stop waiting. Waiting creates more waiting. Feeling like you're waiting for your manifestation will actually delay you getting your manifestation because you're living in a state of wait. So how do we get out of a state of wait? We stop waiting. But how can we stop waiting when we don't have what we want yet? Well, there are two main ways to do this. So number one, we do what we call living in the end, which means thinking and feeling as if we already have what we want before we get it. And two, we focus elsewhere and start getting other things that we want. Let's start with living in the end. This can be done with your thoughts, words, and actions. The more you incorporate your end result into your current reality, the faster you'll get your desire. This will also alleviate the feeling of waiting, which will draw your desire to you even faster. So to incorporate your end result into the present, you should start thinking thoughts as if you already have what you want. You can do this by imagining yourself as if you already have what you want. Mentally run through how you would live your daily life when you have your desire. How would you be thinking? If you can't yet wrap your mind around what you would feel like having your desire, imagine how someone else would feel if they had your desire, and work up to imagining yourself as the one having it. Take some time with this if you need to, and just remember that you do have some idea of what you'd be thinking if you had this desire and how it would feel, because if you didn't know what it would be like, you wouldn't want it in the first place, right? So you have some idea, take some time and think about it. You're going to practice those thoughts in your imagination like it's a daydream. Whenever you have some downtime, drift off into imagining what it would be like to have your manifestation, especially right before and after bed when your brain is most susceptible to suggestion. Then you're going to make a list of things that you might say when you have your desire. Maybe it's, I got the check this time, or I feel better than ever, or we're so happy together. You can write them all down as if you're talking to yourself or you're telling a friend, or both. When you get some time alone, practice saying them out loud. Then you're going to make a list of things that you might do when you have your desire. Maybe it's not looking at price tags or leaving a really generous tip. And then I want you to practice doing those things. But let's say you don't have enough money to practice living like you're rich. What do you do? Well, there are still ways to practice. For example, you can go to the dollar store and not look at price tags. You can go to a fancy store and try on clothes without looking at the price tags and then just not buy them. You can go to a fancy restaurant and order the cheapest thing on the menu. Even rent a fancy car for the day or drive around an expensive neighborhood. If there's an open house at a house that you like, go in and look at it. Go to a wealthy part of town and practice feeling like you fit in. Dress in your nicest clothes, do your hair and makeup, get up early, eat healthier, do yoga. Practice looking at your bank account and feeling excited. If you can't ignore the number in your bank account when you do this, Photoshop a bank statement with your name on it and the amount of money that you want to see in your account. Celebrate every time you get paid. as if you're getting paid as much as you want. There's lots of things we might do differently if we felt wealthy, if money is our desire, that we can do now without spending too much. So some other examples if you're trying to manifest love. If you were really in love and your friend is telling you about how they're in love or how they have a crush on somebody, when you're very in love and you hear someone else talking about love, you root for them. You don't feel jealous. You don't think, I wish I had what they want. You ask them details about it because you're excited for them. You pump them up. You celebrate with them. You're optimistic for them. So if your friend has just started dating someone, if you are deeply in love, you're going to probably feel like love is very possible. Love is going to kind of like permeate your thoughts, and you're going to see love everywhere. So you're going to be really excited when your friend starts seeing somebody. So little things like that. You can even, when you meet strangers, tell them that you have a boyfriend. If some guy comes up to you at a bar and you don't want to talk to them, tell them you have a boyfriend. You're never going to see these people again, so it's okay to kind of pretend with them. If what you're trying to manifest is good health, but you don't feel very healthy, what you can do is do small bursts of the activities that you want to be able to do. So let's say that you are struggling with fatigue and you're trying to manifest more energy. What you can do is go for a short hike or go to the gym for 5 or 10 minutes. Things that you would do when you feel healthy, but just in smaller doses. And you also want to be very cognizant of what you're saying. So you don't want to be talking to people about the fact that you don't have your desire right now. Now, I'm not saying to live in denial. If you need to vent, go ahead and do that. But for the most part, you should be focusing on and talking about what you want to have, not what you have that you don't want. Talk about how excited you are to get your desire instead of how miserable you are not having it. So that's living in the end in a nutshell. Now, how do we refocus our attention and start getting other things that we want? This is where you can give yourself little challenges. Something that seems small and easy, something that you don't have any resistance to. My favorite challenge to date was manifesting a purple car. I'll go into detail about that another time, but the idea is to manifest seeing something that you wouldn't normally see. You can manifest someone wearing a certain color shirt, or saying a certain phrase, or seeing a specific number, or getting a free cup of coffee. That's a really popular one. It doesn't matter what it is, just make sure that it's something out of the ordinary so that you believe that you created it, but also something that you believe could happen, that you don't have resistance around. So if you think that it's difficult to manifest $1 million, but you think it's relatively easy to manifest a free cup of coffee, manifest yourself some coffee. If you have resistance to manifestation as a whole, this approach might not work for you yet, but this is definitely something that you want to try when you start to feel hopeful about manifesting, because these small successes will build your belief in manifestation, which will make you a more powerful manifester. But for those of you who have already had successful experiences with manifestation, having these small manifestations materialize will distract you from waiting for your big manifestation. And it will also give you the feeling of getting what you want. And that feeling of getting what you want will get you what you want. Remember in the beginning of the video, we said like attracts like. Waiting attracts waiting. Feeling like you get what you want makes you feel like you get what you want, which gets you what you want. And getting what you want will affirm to your psyche that you are someone who is good at manifesting. And having that rooted in your self-concept will speed up all of your manifestations and get you everything that you want faster from now on. Shifting your focus to something that makes you feel good at manifesting will directly translate to you getting what you want faster. So go ahead and focus on those instant gratifications. I also want to note here that there's no actual such thing as big or small when it comes to manifestation. You are the one who decides what is difficult to manifest and what is not. That's why some people have no trouble finding new partners while living paycheck to paycheck, and while someone else is rich, but they keep getting cheated on. You decide which manifestations are hard and which manifestations are easy. But that's a topic for a different video. One of the easiest and most potent ways to manifest instantly is to manifest a state or a feeling. Of course, the best feeling in this scenario is to manifest the feeling of getting what you want. By feeling like you have it now, you'll stop the feeling of not having it, which is what's stopping you from having it in the first place. But if you can't quite get there yet, I want you to manifest a different feeling that you can get to. Maybe it's the feeling of calm. Maybe it's feeling excited. You can even manifest feeling aroused. The point is to intend to manifest a feeling and then manifest it. This is good practice. It reinforces your belief that you're good at manifesting. It offers a distraction from your big manifestation, and it makes you feel accomplished instead of impatient. I hope you found this video helpful and that you feel confident in your direction and your ability to use these tools. If you have any questions, please comment below. And if you feel like you could use some more one-on-one guidance, you can contact me at the links in my description for one-on-one coaching. Now, I want you to say, "I don't need to be patient," and type it in the comments below to affirm it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for new videos every single day. And always remember, you are the master of your reality.